Hey everybody, in this lesson we are going to take a quick look on how to reconcile your bank and credit card accounts. Reconciling the bank and credit card accounts are very important because this ensures that you have accounted for all of the transactions that have occurred for the period. So all your payments, all your deposits, any charges, anything. We want to make sure that all of those transactions have been accounted for because it leads to accurate financials. And of course, accurate financials means that you can make good decisions. You can see how your property is performing. If you need to turn these over to banks for financing purposes, all of those things, it's extremely important to have up-to-date records. So at the end of every month, you're going to get your bank statements, and the checking account and credit card accounts are typically monthly bank statements, and the savings accounts can be quarterly bank statements, especially for like money market accounts, wherever you're holding your security deposits. But you're going to want to reconcile all three of those accounts if you have them. And the way to do this is we're going to go over here to our accounting tab. We're going to go to our reconcile tab. And then from here, we're going to select our account. So we will start with let's start with our credit card. We'll start with our credit card. So here you see you have your operating, you have your security deposit, and our credit card is actually going to be listed down here under the liabilities, credit card, city credit card. The reason I wanted to start here is because I have open reconciliations on the other two accounts, and I wanted you to see what it looks like from beginning to end. So we are going to say that we've had no activity this period and our ending balance is 0. And the ending date is whatever the statement date is on the statement. And you can see here the last time you reconciled the statement. On this one it shows 9/30/2020, so our next statement should end on 10/31/2020. And then if there are any finance charges or anything else, you can enter those here, and all that really does is just makes a quick entry for you. We'll just call it a statement fee here. We'll put that under bank charges and then start reconciling. So first off, as you can see, it popped that finance charge on there, which was nice because that means you didn't have to go in and create a new journal entry, a new bill, a new check, anything like that to get that on your account. But how this is set up is you have your beginning balance, you have your charges, and you have your payments, and then your beginning balance plus your charges minus your payments should equal 0. And then this is the statement balance that you entered, and this is the cleared balance of everything that you've checked off. So the goal here is to take your statement, and you're going to go by transaction by transaction. And if it's on your bank statement, you are going to select it here. And then if, like bank statements can be separated too by deposits and payments. Here it's charges and payments, but so a lot of times if your first section is going to be your charges, you can separate this and just show the charges to make it easier to view, and then payments, so you can classify it that way. And as you can see, if I select everything here, there's going to be a $280 difference, and that means something is wrong and I need to go research it. Maybe I'm missing some transactions, and if that's the case, you can save for later, go enter those transactions, and then come back to this reconciliation. So for here, I'm going to unselect all of these just so we can see what a normal reconciliation looks like. And once you get to that 0 balance, then it'll give you that green finish now. And then you just select your finish now. It says, yay, you reconciled this account. And then it takes you back to the main screen. And then you can see before where it said last day was 9/30, now it's 10/31, and it's ready for next month's reconciliation. So let's just go take a look at our operating and deposit account real quick. Operating that is an example of how to get back to your reconciliation. If it's the middle of a reconciliation, you select your account and it'll just say resume reconciliation. But again, here you see, of course, this isn't going to balance because this is a dummy account and I don't have a real bank statement here, but you can see all the different type of accounts and bank statements, especially if the top section is usually, either all your payments that are going out or all your deposits. So you can go through and it makes it a lot easier to, I got that. And then on the payments, I got those things. Let's see what that looks like. And then the difference here, something's wrong. So I'm going to have to come back later after I figure out what's happening. And let's take a quick look at the deposit again. I'm in the middle of a reconciliation. It's already been started. Now, let's say you cannot find this. You don't know what the issue is. All your transactions line up. You just cannot find out what this is, which something has to be wrong. I mean, if you have accounted for all of your transactions, then you've entered something wrong either on the statement ending balance or your reconciliation has been altered from the past. But if you need to force a reconciliation, let's say it's 1 penny. Let's say you have 200 transactions and it's 1 penny. This is a lot more than 1 penny, but this is just for demonstration. And you don't want to spend the next hour trying to find 1 penny. Then what you can do here is go and just select Finish Now. And it says, hold on, your difference isn't 0. But what it will allow you to do is to force this reconciliation to match your last statement balance. And it's going to give you the adjustment date. And then here you can add adjustment and finish. And I'll show you what that kind of looks like. And then now it goes back next time you're ready to reconcile this account. You have your last statement ending on 9/30. Your beginning balance should be $500 and you get to start over again. Okay, so when you force that reconciliation and it makes an adjustment, it has to show up and it has to count somewhere. So on your income statement, if you come down here, you see that now you have an other expense of reconciliation discrepancy for that. Here it's $1,010, but for us it'd be 1 cent or 2 cents, whatever that very insignificant amount was. And if it's 1 or 2 cents, and it means you're going to save 2 or 3 hours, then so be it. It's not exact, but I don't see any sense of, really killing ourselves over a penny. But this is where it's going to show those discrepancies on your income statement. Okay, so that is what we have for the account reconciliation process. It's a pretty simple process, really, and it ensures that all your financials stay up to date. So simple but important. We will see you in the next lesson.